Hey you guys, so here's those abdominal workouts we did during our workshop. I'm gonna kind of just give it to you briefly. Know that these are low impact, which means you can have your athlete or your student or your personal client do as many reps as they are capable of doing. Just a couple of things, make sure, aches, pains, and injuries, all of that good stuff before you start them out on any of this core work, or yourself included. So Annie's gonna demonstrate, I'm gonna talk you through it. The first one we did, I had you lay on your back, so Annie, go ahead and lay on your back. Annie's gonna bring her knees into tabletop position. She's gonna place her hands onto her thighs, and then without raising the head, she's gonna push those hands into her thighs. She's gonna push those thighs back into her hands. What I like to say is fight yourself. Don't let your legs win, don't let your hands win. From here, she's gonna start to pull that belly button down towards her spine. She's gonna engage it, thinking of it as a corset. These are those transverse muscles. We don't wanna see any space in her mid-back. Everything's pushing, 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 pushing. If you need to, you can take your athletes and check to make sure they're really fully engaging that core by pulling in on their knees, in towards their chest. All right, now from here, I'm gonna let her take a moment, take a breath. You really only have to do that for about 30 seconds so that they can feel what that engagement feels like. Then we're gonna add on. From here, I'm gonna have her bring her knees back in, and so she remembers what that feeling is like. I may just test her out for fun and try to push those knees back into her chest. She's gonna take a slight tuck of her tailbone, draw the belly in, fingertips behind the head. Now from here, she's keeping that corset down and engaged. Take a nice deep inhale in as you exhale. Draw your chin to your chest, roll your shoulders up. Have your athletes look directly at their belly button or in through the center line of their inner thighs. Now from here, from that rib cage area, that's where she's pulsing up. Not from the shoulders, but from the ribs. She's gonna do micro little baby pulses up and up. Good. Up and up. She's gonna keep those baby pulses going. Like I said, you can do any number of repetitions here. What your athletes can handle is what your athletes can handle. Then at the end of those reps, you're gonna have them hold themselves up there, and now they're gonna pulse the belly down to the spine, pulling down, 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 down. Usually for about 20 reps here, so 20 little pulses down. And then I have everyone hold it, hold it, hold it. I do not want you to collapse out of this. I want you to fix your form when you get tired, and then she can let it go and release and hug those knees in. Good, now we're gonna target that lower belly zone. So from here, go ahead again, bring your knees into tabletop position. We're gonna really wear Annie out today. Now, she is just going to take those fingertips back behind her head because she's going to do another roll up on an exhale. Take a nice deep inhale in, exhale, roll on up, engage, belly button down. Now with her toes, she's going to dip these knees with a bent knee down halfway, like she's dipping a chip into a bowl of salsa, and back up. And she's going to keep this going. Usually 10 rounds is good. You want to keep saying to your athlete, go no further than the sensation of the core being activated. Meaning, if you go too far, you're gonna start to arch your back. Resist the urge to arch your back. I'm gonna have her keep her knees here now, because since we're kind of like cutting everything in half. And now she's gonna do just little toe pushes down towards the floor. Now I wanna keep these toes facing a little more down this way. Good. Yes, get that shoulder up there. She's holding from that midsection. Good, 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 good. And release. Wonderful. Now working again that lower belly. This is the one that you guys were all screaming on. You're going to take your knees into tabletop position. This time she is going to extend her arms back behind her into cactus arms. So she's got to work a little bit harder. She's going to take her right leg, extend it down the mat, and she's going to hold right there. Now, if you start to see any kind of arching in your athlete's back, you want to lift that leg up just a little bit higher. She's just going to hold, just hold. Sometimes I like to see, is she engaging her core properly? I'll know if I can push that knee in towards her chest. She's not going to put this tension into her neck and shoulders. She's going to put it all into that belly. Keep tucking that tailbone under. Do not let that belly arch. Good. Now from here, I'm going to have her add little pulses down at that foot. That long leg just pulses down and down. Good. Down and down. Down and down. Now hold it here, pulse the belly down, pulse it down and down and down and down. Good, down and down. And then just bring it on in, take a little rest. You would repeat that on the other side. All right, now from here, I'm gonna have her come into that plank position, but we're gonna start in panther plank, which means she's gonna be on her forearms and her knees. Panther plank, same idea. You want to have them draw their corsets in tight, belly button to the spine, locking in that lower belly by slightly tucking the tailbone under. Activate the legs, show off your leg muscles, your arm muscles. Now tuck your toes under and gently lift up about an inch off of the floor. Good, now from here, you can add all kinds of little variations. It doesn't have to be the ones that we worked on, but my favorites are to add a little knee pulse up and up, making everything tiny and small, tiny and small, tiny and small, tiny and small. Up, 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 and up, 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 good, up and up. So then from here, you can also add little knee swivels. This one we didn't do, but you can tick-tock those knees from side to side to side to get a little bit more of that oblique work in. You can find all kinds of fun ways and fun variations as long as they are keeping their form engaged. And now bring those knees on down. Good, take a little moment, take a little rest. Moving into proper plank alignment, and this is the one that I really feel core activation in plank is so key to good running form, which is why I recommend you do this for at least a good solid 30 seconds before your race or before any training run. Don't do it right up against the start line or right before you go into the corrals, but an hour before just to get that core warmed up so it knows it has to start activating soon. Take a moment, just walk yourself back into your forearm plank. Arms can be parallel, or you can interlace your fingers and press to those forearms. She's gonna squeeze her butt like she's holding something between those butt cheeks. She's gonna show off her leg muscles. She's gonna press into the floor and draw that belly in towards the spine. Now from here, she's just gonna pedal out her knees, which means she's gonna switch and switch and switch and switch and switch. This is working specifically those transverse muscles as they kind of crisscross in front. Each time your knees drop down, you're activating one side of the transverse and then the other. We can also add some other little fun things here. Both knees now can go halfway down and squeeze back up. You want to make sure that your athletes are not bouncing their hips. They're using the core to bring the knees up and down. Good, now hold that plank, hold that plank, hold that plank. And now she's gonna pulse that belly to the spine in this position, just pulsing up. You'll notice she's not really bouncing, she's not moving, because the only thing that's working here is her transverse pulling up all those other muscles, all those other core activated places. Good, and now she can let it go. Now she takes a rest. So definitely play around. There's so many different core variations you can do in all of these exercises, but these are the ones that we really focused on during the workshop. If you have any questions or you want to know more core exercises that you can do, feel free to reach out to us. You can, we'll put that in the link, we'll put my email address as well as Prehab's email address, and we can talk you through anything that might not have made sense. But definitely we will be having a glute workshop at some point, and so come back and see us for that too. But have fun out there, stay healthy, bye!
I'm so sweaty now.